Infanticide is a cultural practice where twins are killed due to beliefs that dates back to the early man. The development which brought Lady Mary Slessor to limelight sadly still remains with us in Nigeria. And coincidentally, too, it is practiced in the federal capital city, which is considered in the global map as one of the fastest growing capital city of the world. These perhaps informed the launch of a project on abolishing infanticide in the FCT by the ACTIONAID in collaboration with the National Human Rights Commission. Clever TV's Aniete Patrick has details.
It is strange to know that there is still in existence cultural beliefs that do not place value on human life, especially newborns because they are being killed when they are born. This is the true story of 67 communities in 5 area councils of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Abuja, where coincidentally there are current government programs to end maternal and child mortality rates. Infanticide or child homicide is the intentional killing of infants. Parental infanticide researchers have found that mothers are far more likely than fathers to be perpetrators of neonaticide and slightly more likely to commit infanticide in general. The country director, ActionAid Nigeria, and other stakeholders say there is a steering committee in place to tackle the issue of infanticide owing to the cultural differences in some communities in Abuja and the poor state of maternal health care facilities in the country.
Well, for ActionAid, ActionAid is working in collaboration with National Human Rights Commission, is working with all the area councils that are concerned in stopping the killing of twins. We're working with the Vines Heritage Home that where we're housing some of the kids. And what we're doing right now, we have a project that is, creating a new space for them, a bigger space. We're building a new home for them. We've been able to work with them to acquire land, and we're building a new home. And I think in all of it, we have gotten the stakeholders together. We have a steering committee that is in place. And then when a child dies with the mom, after the mom dies, childbirth, after childbirth, the children are killed, which is something that needs to stop. The child is not a criminal. We have a health system that is not, that is really destructive to women having children. Nigeria has one of the worst maternal mortality rates. It's not the fault of the children.
What we discovered is that there are still about 57 communities out of about 65 communities in FCT still practicing this infanticide. And so, in our bid to correct that, we found a home, Vine Heritage Home, who is already taking care of some of these children. And we approached the European Union to support us with that. So, the European Union has given us money to ensure that we build the capacity of the communities to understand that killing infants because of multiple births, because of albinism, because of they said children even that grow the upper teeth, they kill them. So we're going to build their capacity. We're going to do an awareness program to ensure that they know that these practices are not appropriate.
The Executive Secretary, National Human Rights Commission, Anthony Ojukwu, condemns the act, saying it is against the Child Rights Act and humanity, assuring that the non-government organization will have its full support to put an end to infanticide.
It is cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment against children. It also constitutes violence and harmful practice against children, considering the provisions of the Child Rights Act 2003. It is disheartening to see the agonizing practice of infanticide being experienced in the Federal Capital Territory, despite the abolishment years past through campaign by Mary Slessor amongst the EDPs. It has since become a thing of the past and literally unheard of that anyone would be found doing that. This is part of harmful traditional practices and which are repugnant to natural justice, ethical responsibility, and the laws of the land. The National Human Rights Commission and Action Aid Nigeria are therefore poised to combat the ugly practices through sensitization campaign and commitment towards eradicating infanticide wherever it is found. The Commission is also committed to enforcing existing laws that protect the rights of the child in such communities.
Some of the communities found wanting include Owambi and Chankumi in Gwagwalada Area Council, Makana and Dudu in Abuja Municipal Area Council, Amak, Gulida and Zuhi in Abaji Area Council, Kehi in Kuje Area Council, and others. Annie T. Patrick, reporting for Clearview Television.